Hey, so I just wanted to make a quick update video on how I was able to get barcodes to work in the WYSIWYG editor and then just some other enhancements using handlebars. And so first thing you'll notice is we're using handlebars in the title. Now that we've employed some test data associated with a test group, we can kind of cycle through here and see this change. So this is Donia's test. This is my test, so you can see the title changing there, and then there's obviously a fallback else condition. If there is no name, so that's the title. In the actual body copy, so we are handling multiple scenarios. So you see Nick's device, that's a member level, so they have one coupon, different header. If we go over to Donia, header changes, and this is a 2-card barcode, basically. And so how I made this happen is basically the power of handlebars. So you can see when we go into the template, you can see the if conditions for the image to swap those out. You can then see these barcode placeholders that I put, which are divs. And in the divs, they have a common class of barcode. And then they have a data value. And the data value is a handlebar parameter. So this is primary loyalty ID. So it's data dash value. So then that gets filled in at runtime. And so you can see I'm using these in multiple places. And then I'll explain how those kind of go from that to a barcode. Then in other places, obviously I'm using handlebars, more if conditions to kind of show and hide blocks. And then this second card itself is wrapped in handlebar if condition. And then down here, you can see where I'm importing the snippet. So this is a barcode snippet, and this is a custom CSS snippet. And so basically what I did is experimenting around with the snippets. I'm going to go over to my snippets, barcode snippet, edit. And so here I'm basically saying, get elements by class name barcode. So I'm finding all my basically barcode divs that I set up, iterating through them, and then basically creating the barcode from the barcode dataset.value. So that dataset dash value I'm using as the barcode, and then this function below actually creates the barcode, and then it gets append into the div. And so it's that simple. And so I had to experiment around with this code to make it work. It wasn't respecting DOM content loaded or any of those event listeners. It kind of just works this way as is. And then obviously I'm importing some prerequisite dependency scripts as well. Then the other thing I have in here, so that's working really well. I have the custom CSS snippet. So this just injects CSS into the page, and really I only have one style right now. And this is basically Apple is highlighting one of my member IDs thinking it's a phone number. And so I wanted to turn that off, so that disables that. And then the last one is I have the custom font snippet. So we're still waiting for Urban Airship to upload our fonts so that they're exposed in the WYSIWYG. And so this is just a snippet that changes the font face. And so, yeah, it's actually proving to be super powerful using the templates and snippets and the attributes. And so our next step is and also this preview data, after learning how I could associate that with my test group, I really love that you can then cycle through and quickly see the different examples. Like that works really well. So I'm not having to type in JSON. I mean, I used to just keep this JSON file with all my samples, but now I can just kind of cycle through those because we uploaded an attribute file for those that has dummy data. So yeah, that's working really well. So the next step for us is getting the data feed in for the coupon codes, just because they don't make sense in the attributes. That probably won't happen for a while. And then the other thing we're looking at is basically the ability to, when we upload an attribute list, we basically don't want to do the redundant step to then upload the same thing as a list. Obviously we know there are different formats. The attribute has headers and so forth, and the first header has to be audience selector, and then list is really just 2 columns with no headers, and first column is basically the audience selector key, so like named user over and over and over again, and the second column is the actual named user. So we get that, but it would be nice if you just uploaded one attribute file, and then it automatically created a list file for you, so we didn't have to duplicate files and so forth. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a closer look on how we solved getting these barcodes into this WYSIWYG, because then that's super helpful for our business team, so they don't have to mess with JavaScript and HTML, and they can come in and edit this, and just kind of what we're looking for later on. So thanks, guys.